Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this special bulletin. I'm going to preface this video with a statement. I've made it before, I'll make it again, and it stands true as far as it comes to my taste in video games and entertainment, well, mostly video games, and whether or not it is a deciding factor when it comes to a purchase. I don't care about pronouns, whether you have to select them, if they're pre-chosen for you, or whatnot, this, that, or the other. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I do recognize it as a red flag, and one thing I will not ever do is disparage anyone out there. If this is a deal breaker, you have to select your pronouns. Well, then if that's the reason why you don't want the game, you are the customer. You control your wallet, ladies and gentlemen. And the other thing that I cannot deny is that, well, when you start off talking about your pronouns and forcing people, I guess, quasi-forcing people to select it when it does not make sense, well, that's definitely a time where I'm going to talk about it. And this little story came out today, over the weekend, this past Monday, whatever. Ruckus Games, on their playtesting, requires you to select pronouns. Now, this isn't, well, could this be the vocal minorities screeching to the heavens, complaining about a nothing burger? Of course, that's possible. Is this possibly the silent majority that are going to see this and go, Ruckus Games, you're choosing to be ideologically driven right out the gate. Is that possible? Is it also possible that the average normie, your generic buyer who doesn't watch nonsense like my channel, okay, not mostly nonsense, I shouldn't say that, hit that like button. Thank you, people. Appreciate you. Are they even going to care about this kind of stuff? Are they even going to see anything? Because this is on their playtest sign up. But let's see what that Park Place has to say about this. Ruckus Game has become the latest developer to require. This caught me off guard. The latest developer to require players to select their pronouns? Is this a move for Ruckus Games to be more inclusive and understanding? And can't you just put out a generic email instead of, I want to make sure I have the right pronouns? How about you make sure you put out a fun game? How about you do that? How about you get your NDAs in order if you're getting people to play test your game? How about you focus on that? Instead of, and no, this isn't hyperbole, this isn't a fake screenshot, because I went and did it myself. I couldn't help it. And you can put other. I was tempted. I'm still tempted. Although, I don't know. We'll see. You put other. UHF and VHF for me? I don't think they would get the joke. The studio founded by veterans of Gearbox, Riot, and Bethesda. Oh, that explains a little bit. Is facing early backlash as it ramps up public testing for its debut title. Now, regardless of my opinion, as I prefaced at the beginning of this video, I am not blind to the environment that I call home, that I make content on, that I talk about, whether it's video games, TV shows, or movies. I am not foolish. You could see it from a mile away. The backlash that something like this was going to get. Ruckus Games' inability to read the room is astounding on this part. Why do pronouns matter? Well, they do, because they're a red flag, okay? It does not guarantee the product is going to be a big steaming pile of hot trash, but it is a red flag for some, as I said, and I've said many times before, for some people, requiring this, wallet is closed indefinitely. Does not matter how good the game is, how much they apologize, and don't ever apologize. I don't care what side you're apologizing to. Just don't. Go with it. Change it. People don't like apologies anymore. They want to see change. They want to see improvement. Personally, I want to see a good game. I want to see a good product. But your inability to read the room, people are. This is a purchasing decision. This is a deciding factor on whether or not someone's going to spend their time, which is worth far more than money, on your product. Read the room. The Texas-based developer is currently accepting signups for a limited-time early access playtest to its untitled co-op RPG shooter. I might just sign up for it. Why not? I'll do other, or they, them. But players quickly notice something unusual about the sign-up form. Well, if it's unusual, then how is it the latest? Who else is doing this? In order to register for the test, this is a requirement. This is not optional. You cannot pass this up. There is no option to skip or leave it blank. As you can see, let's uncheck that right there. This field is required. I'm curious why. Why do you need to know a playtester's pronouns? Why does that matter? This is, of all the things, let's go through all this stuff, okay? Come on with a journey with me. Are you or any family member currently employed in the video game industry? No, that's an important question. Are you a content creator, influencer, live streamer, or online creator? Technically, yes, I do that. Whether or not I'm successful, hey, that's for y'all to decide. Hit that like and subscribe, please. Beg, 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 beg. Moving on. Currently, our playtests. Oh, this is asking about English. Do you have a stable internet connection? Most of the time. PC, pretty sure my graphics and CPU can stand up to that. Few that I've been playing recently. Of course, you've watched me play Grounded, V-Rising, and Raft. Some of the games that you like. These are all important information. How many hours do you play? Entirely too many. PC, Xbox, PlayStation, got them all, baby. I'm not putting mobile and tablet. I'm sorry. I have that because I work. And yeah, I'm 50. Being 50, being Generation X, I looked at this question and I was like, can I click other and what are your pronouns? Eat a dick? Get bent? How about that? That's where, and of course this last one, it's not the last one. Have you played 40-hour sessions in co-op? Yes, I've played more than 40 hours. I played Helldivers, Left 4 Dead, played a lot of that with my second child. That was fantastic. We played hours and hours and hours of that one. It was glorious. Also, Destiny, Monster Hunter, Diablo. I sunk many an hour into all of those. Important questions, relevant questions as far as being a playtester. Except for this one. What is the relevance? What is the importance? Why is this studio concerned? Oh, but they want to be respectful in emails. Be generic. Generic pronoun when referring to an individual is, I don't know, are they even necessary? You should not stream this. You are under an NDA. How about those things? I don't understand the importance. Yes, I'm going to sign up. I want to check this out. It's because, hey, maybe, just maybe, could be a good game. But again, you're picking for pronouns. You're picking a fight when it's not necessary. Oh, look, it's Grums. The decision to make pronoun selection mandatory has not gone unnoticed, Mark Kern, known as Grums, who should be working on his video game, and formerly a team lead on World of Warcraft many decades ago, shouldn't, publicly called out the requirement on social media. I'm going to keep that opinion to myself. Ruckus Games is a new studio that requires pronouns. Again, why? Don't know. Nope, non-binary. And again, that is a decision for each individual to make. Why wouldn't you be able to read the room? Let's keep going with the article before I break off on another repetitive tangent. While some players are shrugging off the move as a reflection of modern studio culture, I hate that word, modern studio culture, others see it as yet another example of developers prioritizing identity signaling over gameplay. This was the red flag I was talking about before. This is the red part of the red flags that I talk about in, well, most videos when I talk about video games. How many times can I say that I'm talking about something without actually talking about something? It's a massive red flag. You, as a customer, you have a lot of customers, or even potential customers or lost customers, see this as you're more concerned with patting yourself on the back. You are trying to cater to an audience that does not exist, will not purchase your game, will not bother signing up. And by going down this route right here as a requirement for something that is absolutely irrelevant in the realm of video game playtesting, completely, totally, 100% irrelevant, you turn people away. Because we've been force-fed one thing after another. Advertisements with vitiligo and pronouns this and pronouns that, where the end product is a steaming pile of hot garbage. Nothing, non-stop advertising about identity and representation and diversity and all these other things where just check this box, check this box, check this box. And then, as I said, the product is shite. Pure and simple. For many, forcing players to disclose pronouns, particularly when no character creation or gendered gameplay appears to be involved, feels out of place and unnecessary. Wow, I just said that. Ruckus described the playtest experience as a chance to help shape a brand new kind of shooter. Well, let's see how this works out for him. Now, me personally, as I said before, doesn't bother me one way or another, but there's no denying what's right in front of my face. There are people who will not just not bother signing up for the playtesting, but they'll see this studio and go, you care about what people are packing between their legs or what they choose to call themselves when it's completely irrelevant in the realm of playtesting. Well, I'm just going to walk away from your studio forever and a day. We'll see how it works out for him. Personally, like I said, I'm going to check it out and judge it accordingly. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe I'll get picked. Maybe I won't. I'll let y'all know. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Leave a like, leave a dislike, do all the little things that YouTube is back to do. And I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.